I'm Susan Rotter, the dietitian at Texas Health Resources Dallas, working in outpatient cardiac rehab. And today I wanted to show you a really fun dessert to make that's easy to make and delicious and quite healthy. We're gonna make a baked apple. I have one here that you can see, so you can either decide to make a baked apple with a red apple, usually what's recommended is Honeycrisp, or a green apple, a Granny Smith, depending on if you like it more sweet or you like it more tart. You want to go ahead and put your oven on to 350, and then I'm using this apple coring tool, and I'm going to core my apple down about 3/4 the way down. We don't want to go all the way through because then the ingredients that we're going to stuff the apple with will just spill out the bottom. We want to go around enough so that we get out all the apple seeds. See the seeds coming out there? And we also want to get around enough to make a wide enough hole for all of our stuffings. You can decide what you want to stuff your apple with, but what most people are stuffing their apple with are on these plates in front of me. I have raisins, I have chopped walnuts, some oatmeal, and then some 72% or higher cacao chocolate chips. Now they sell those in the supermarket now, right next to the chocolate chips for baking. So they're easy to find. They used to not be quite as easy to find, or people would take a dark chocolate bar and make their own chips, which you can do, that's not a problem either. So I'm just making my hole a little bit wider so that I can fit all the goodies in, so to speak. Make sure I get my last couple of seeds out. There's always a couple down there at the bottom that want to hang on for a bit. Okay. And it's nice to use a plate like this while you're coring your apple and while you're stuffing it, because it kind of like makes a bit of a mess. So I'm adding my oatmeal, tablespoon of oatmeal, tablespoon of raisins, tablespoon of chopped nuts, whatever kind you like, tablespoon of cacao chips, and then I'm just using a spoon to toss that a little bit together. And then I'm going to start, putting that into the center of my apple. Now if you don't stuff it down a bit, you'll fill it up very, very quickly. So go ahead and just press both fingers and push that down into the center of the apple. Some people skip the chocolate and they'll just use some cinnamon, a little bit of sprinkled cinnamon, whatever you like. Okay, so I've got my stuffing in there. I have my apple in a pan with just a little bit of water. The water steams up in the oven and it helps soften the tissue of the apples. This apple is a little bit smaller than this apple. For the larger apple, I would easily cook this for 60 minutes. The, like slightly smaller than a large apple, this would be kind of like a medium apple, 45 minutes. I hope you give it a try. They're delicious, healthy. If you're trying to increase your fruit consumption, it's a fun way to do it. So enjoy, and I'll see you next time.